There comes a moment in every life when quiet frustration turns into a clear decision. Not anger, not desperation. Decision. The moment you stop saying, I hope things change, and start saying, I'm going to win. Winning is not arrogance. Winning is resolve. We all must suffer from one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Most people don't lose because they lack talent. They lose because they never fully decide. They try, they attempt, they hope, but winners decide. I'm going to win does not mean life gets easier. It means you get stronger. It means you stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. When you decide to win, excuses get uncomfortable. Comfort zones start to feel dangerous. An average no longer feels acceptable. Winning begins internally, long before it shows up externally, long before the money, long before the recognition, long before the results. It begins when you say, I will do what others won't, so I can live like others can't. The world will test that decision. Early mornings, late nights, silent progress. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. And that is what winners do. They get better. Not overnight, but daily. Tonight, this is not about hype. It's about truth. Because every life eventually asks the same question. Will you drift or will you decide? Will you settle or will you stand? If you're ready to stop negotiating with your future, if you're ready to stop explaining why you can't, if you're ready to say quietly but firmly, I'm going to win, then this message is for you. Because winning isn't about beating others. It's about mastering yourself. And once you do that, everything changes. Every winning life begins the same way. Not with a miracle, not with a lucky break, but with a decision, a quiet one, often unnoticed, but life-changing. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Most people never truly decide. They hope, they wish, they try, but winners decide. The decision to win is not emotional excitement. It's not hype. It's not motivation that fades by morning. It is a firm internal agreement with yourself that says, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, I am not turning back. Here's the truth most people avoid. Life does not reward intention. It rewards commitment. You can intend to change your life for years and still stay stuck. But the moment you decide, really decide, your behavior begins to change. If you don't like how things are, change it. You're not a tree. The decision to win means you stop negotiating with your future. No more. I'll try tomorrow. I'll start when it's easier. I'll change when things calm down. There will never be a calm season. There will never be perfect conditions. Winners understand something early. Waiting is expensive. Every day you delay discipline, the cost goes up. We all must suffer from one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Regret compounds quietly. Discipline compounds powerfully. The decision to win is also the decision to accept responsibility. Not blame, not excuses. Responsibility. Because the moment you blame circumstances, you give away control. But the moment you accept responsibility, you take your power back. You cannot change the winds, but you can adjust the sails. Winners adjust their sails. This decision doesn't mean you suddenly feel confident. It means you move forward despite uncertainty. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. Most people are waiting to feel ready. Winners move before they feel ready. The decision to win also means you raise your standards. You stop asking, what's required? And start asking, what's possible? You stop settling for average, because average becomes uncomfortable. You don't get paid for time. You get paid for value. And value comes from growth. When you decide to win, your habits come under review. How you spend your mornings, what you tolerate, who you listen to, what you read, what you ignore. Winning is built in private long before it shows in public. This decision also changes how you see obstacles. Problems stop being signs to quit and start becoming signals to grow. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Winners get better. Not once. Daily. Make no mistake. The decision to win will cost you comfort. It will cost you excuses. It will cost you certain relationships. It will cost you old habits. But it will give you something far more valuable. Self-respect. There is no greater confidence than knowing you are keeping promises to yourself. No greater strength than knowing you didn't quit when it was hard. The moment you decide to win, you step onto a different path. Same world, same challenges, different standards. And over time, that decision begins to shape your identity. You don't just try to win. You become someone who does. This is where every extraordinary life begins. Not with talent, not with resources, but with a simple declaration made quietly, honored daily. I'm going to win. And once that decision is made, the rest becomes a matter of discipline. Most victories are loud only at the end. In the beginning, they are silent. No applause, no recognition. No one notices. And that is exactly how it should be. Let others brag. You build. The first half of 2026 is not for showing off. It is for setting foundations. Quiet wins build loud futures. Too many people announce their goals before they earn them. They talk about change before they change. They seek validation before they produce results. Winners do the opposite. They work in silence. They grow privately. They let results speak later. Winning quietly means resisting the urge to explain yourself. You don't need approval to improve. You don't need permission to become better. The best motivation is self-motivation. In the first half of 2026, your job is not to impress anyone. Your job is to keep promises to yourself. Quiet winning starts with your mornings, how you wake up, what you think about, what you feed your mind. Small morning disciplines set the tone for the entire day. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Winners run their days quietly, one disciplined morning at a time. Winning quietly also means staying consistent when enthusiasm fades. January feels exciting. February feels busy. March tests patience. April challenges belief. May feels slow. June feels uncertain. This is where quiet winners separate themselves. They don't stop because progress is invisible. They don't quit because results are delayed. Success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day. No drama. No shortcuts. Just steady effort. Quiet winning means protecting your energy. Not every invitation deserves your time. Not every conversation deserves your attention. Winners choose their inputs carefully. What you listen to, what you watch, what you allow into your mind. Stand guard at the door of your mind, because what you allow in today becomes who you are tomorrow. Winning quietly also requires humility. You accept that growth is gradual. You allow yourself to be a beginner again. Ego wants speed. Wisdom chooses patience. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Better takes time. Quiet winners also understand the value of boredom. Repetition feels boring. Consistency feels ordinary. But boredom is often the gateway to mastery. Do the basics. Again and again and again. There is power in doing the right thing, even when it feels small, especially when it feels small. What is easy to do is also easy not to do. That's why most people don't do it. Winning quietly also means not quitting when no one notices. No comments, no praise, no encouragement, just you and your standards. This is where character is built. The first half of 2026 is not about perfection. It's about progress. Miss a day, get back the next. Feel tired? Move anyway. Feel uncertain? Stay the course. Quiet winners don't panic. They persist. They trust that effort compounds even when unseen. You cannot plant seeds and harvest fruit in the same season. The harvest always comes later. And here's the reward for winning quietly. Confidence, not the loud kind, the calm kind. The kind that comes from knowing you didn't quit when it was easy to stop. By the time others start talking about changing their lives, you'll already be halfway there. By the time others notice your progress, the work will already be done. Win quietly in the first half of 2026. Build habits. Build discipline. Build character. Let the noise come later. Because those who win quietly early win loudly in the end. Winning once is exciting. Winning consistently is powerful. But winning always, that comes from who you become. Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. Most people chase victories. They chase results. They chase outcomes. Winners chase character. Because results come and go, but character stays. If you want to become someone who always wins, you must stop focusing only on what you want and start focusing on who you are becoming. Winning is not an event. It's an identity. People who always win do not rely on motivation. They rely on standards. Motivation is emotional. Standards are permanent. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your standards. When your standards are high, winning becomes normal. Winning people keep promises to themselves. They don't wait to feel inspired. They act because they said they would. Self-trust is built this way. One kept promise at a time. People who always win also master self-control. They control their emotions. They control their reactions. They control their time. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without discipline, talent drifts. With discipline, effort compounds. To become someone who always wins, you must become comfortable doing uncomfortable things. Early mornings, focused work, delayed gratification. Winners trade comfort today for freedom tomorrow. They also understand failure differently. Failure is not a verdict. It's feedback. Failure is simply a few errors in judgment, repeated every day. Correct the errors. Keep the discipline. That's how winners respond. People who always win invest in themselves daily. They read. They reflect. They learn. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Learning keeps you growing. Growth keeps you winning. They also choose their environment carefully. What they listen to, who they spend time with, what they allow to influence them. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Winners protect their environment because it shapes their identity. Another key to always winning is patience. Winners think long-term. They don't panic when progress is slow. They don't quit when results are delayed. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. So they use time wisely. Becoming someone who always wins also requires humility. You stay teachable. You stay open. You stay willing to improve. Arrogance stops growth. Humility fuels it. Winning people don't need to announce themselves. Their consistency speaks for them. Their habits reveal them. Their results follow them. And over time, something powerful happens. Winning becomes your default. Not because life is easy, but because you are prepared. Challenges no longer intimidate you. Pressure no longer breaks you. Because you've built the habits, the mindset, the discipline. You don't hope to win anymore. You expect to. Not from arrogance, from preparation. Confidence is the ability to feel sure about yourself, even when nothing is certain. That confidence is earned. Become someone who always wins, not by chasing success, but by becoming the kind of person success cannot ignore. And once you do that, winning is no longer something you try to do. It's simply who you are. Life has a strange way of testing determination. Often, it's not at the beginning, not when everything is new and exciting. The test comes in the quiet, slow, unseen stretches, when results don't appear, when progress is invisible, when your efforts feel like they are disappearing into thin air. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day, while failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. The danger of slow progress is subtle. It creeps in like a whisper. Maybe this isn't working. Maybe it's too hard. Maybe I should wait or stop. But that is exactly the moment you cannot stop. That is exactly the moment most people quit. And that is exactly the moment winners dig in deeper. Winning rarely shouts in the first days. It whispers, softly, quietly building under the surface. The first victories are invisible, small, insignificant to the untrained eye. But they are the foundation for extraordinary results later. Every effort compounds. Every disciplined choice grows roots. Every sacrifice adds strength. The walls we build around us to keep out the sadness also keep out the joy. To do, and the same is true in winning. The walls of impatience keep out the reward. When progress is slow, you must remind yourself that effort is not wasted. Every day you act, you are growing. Every morning you rise and do the work, you are becoming stronger. Every step forward, however small, is a step closer to victory. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. That phrase is not just a platitude, it's a roadmap. Better requires patience. Better requires persistence. Better requires that you stay in the game long after the crowd has left. Staying strong during slow progress means trusting the process. It means focusing on the things you can control. Your habits, your discipline, your choices. Not the timing of results, not the recognition, not the applause. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying the basic fundamentals. Fundamentals often feel boring. They feel slow, but boring, slow fundamentals build unshakable foundations. You see, life is patient, but not forever. The world rewards persistence, not impatience. The universe gives to those who prepare, not to those who complain. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Every quiet effort you make today is an investment in tomorrow's victory. Another truth. Slow progress reveals character. When nothing seems to change, your patience is tested. Your focus is tested. Your determination is tested. Most people fail the test. They judge themselves too harshly. They compare themselves to others. They give up too soon. Winners pass the test. Quietly, day after day, step by step. They know that time and effort are allies, not enemies. They know that victory is not always immediate, but it is inevitable when preparation meets opportunity. To stay strong when winning feels slow, embrace consistency. Daily rituals, no matter how small, compound over time. Reading for 30 minutes, writing down goals, exercising the mind and body, making disciplined choices. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Do the work. Trust the process. Ignore the naysayers. Ignore the clock. Also, protect your mental and emotional energy. When progress is slow, frustration is a natural companion. Do not let it hijack your decisions. Do not let impatience make you abandon your plan. Respond with calm, measured action. The major key to your better future is you. It is not luck. It is not timing. It is your ability to stay strong, to stay consistent, to stay disciplined. Remember why you started. Remember the vision you hold. Remember that slow is not failure. It is preparation. Motivation is what gets you started. Discipline is what keeps you going. And discipline, in the quiet, slow hours, is the true test of who you are. Those who persist quietly now will shine loudly later. Those who stay in the game when results are delayed will win when it matters most. So when the first half of your effort seems fruitless, when nobody notices, and when you feel tired, remember this: every small effort matters. Every repeated action compounds. Every day you refuse to quit strengthens your identity. Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. The person who endures slow progress is the person who ultimately wins. The person who endures, learns, grows, and adapts becomes unstoppable. The person who stays strong quietly in the shadows emerges triumphant in the light. Stay strong. Stay consistent. Stay disciplined. Winning may feel slow now, but when it comes fully, completely, and unmistakably. And when that moment arrives, you'll know it was all worth it. Winning once is thrilling. Winning consistently is empowering. But becoming the person who cannot lose, that changes everything. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Failure is simply a few errors in judgment, repeated every day. You see, life doesn't define winners by their results. It defines them by who they become in the process. And the person who cannot lose is built quietly, deliberately, daily. I've met people who chase money, titles, or recognition. They hope it will make them winners. And sometimes it does temporarily, but the moment their circumstances change, their confidence wavers, their identity shakes, and they feel defeated. The true person who cannot lose doesn't depend on results. They depend on standards, character, and discipline. They win because of who they are, not because of what they have. Let me tell you a story. I once knew a young man who dreamed of business success. He had no connections, no capital, just an idea. And yet, every day, he showed up. He studied. He practiced. He failed and failed again. People told him to give up. It was taking too long. He wasn't winning fast enough. And yet, he persisted, quietly, steadily. After years of small victories, he built a business that outlasted trends, markets, and economic storms. Not because he got lucky, not because he had talent that others lacked, but because he became a person who cannot lose. How do you become that person? It begins with discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It's the muscle that strengthens every choice. Discipline is the refining fire by which talent becomes ability. When you practice discipline daily, when you honor your commitments, when you refuse to give in to laziness or excuses, you begin to transform your character. Next comes resilience. Life will challenge you. It will test you. It will knock on your door with disappointment, failure, and frustration. The person who cannot lose doesn't crumble. They adapt. They learn. They rise stronger. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Every obstacle is a teacher. Every setback is an opportunity. Every failure is feedback. And if you embrace these lessons, you begin to win from the inside out. The person who cannot lose also values preparation over luck. They don't hope for perfect conditions. They don't wait for the ideal moment. They prepare relentlessly. They act decisively. And when opportunity arrives, they are ready. Success is predictable. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. Preparation transforms potential into results. It turns waiting into winning. It turns dreams into reality. Another secret. The person who cannot lose masters emotional control. They understand that external circumstances cannot dictate internal peace. They control what they can. They let go of what they cannot. They remain calm in storms. We all must suffer from one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. They choose discipline every time. They also protect their minds. They guard what they feed their thoughts. They read. They learn. They associate with people who lift them higher. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to become unstoppable, you must choose your influences wisely, because your environment shapes your identity. And finally, the person who cannot lose lives with purpose. They know why they are here. They know what they want to contribute, and they align every action, every habit, every choice with that purpose. Purpose is the engine that drives perseverance. It carries you through long nights, early mornings, and silent struggles. Don't just work harder on yourself. Because the strongest victories aren't won in a day. They're won over decades. Through growth, through discipline, through character. Becoming the person who cannot lose doesn't mean you will never fail. It doesn't mean life will be easy. It doesn't mean results are instant. It means that no matter what happens, you are still winning. Because your victories are internal first. Your identity is secure. Your standards are unshakable. Think about it. A person who cannot lose faces challenges with calm confidence. They don't quit when things get tough. They don't panic when results are delayed. They don't compromise their integrity or vision. Because they are built to endure, adapt, and succeed, regardless of circumstances. And that, my friend, is the ultimate form of winning. Not the awards, not the recognition, not the applause, but the quiet, unshakable certainty that comes from knowing, I have done what is necessary. I have built the habits. I have refined the character. I have endured. I cannot lose. So today, make your decision. Decide to grow. Decide to prepare. Decide to master discipline, resilience, and purpose. Decide to become someone who cannot lose. Success is to be attracted by the person you become, not the things you pursue. If you build the person, the life will follow. If you build the character, the victories become inevitable. If you become the person who cannot lose, then no challenge, no obstacle, no setback can ever defeat you. And once you understand that, once you embrace it, once you live it, you realize that winning was never about chance. It was always about who you chose to become. And now you know, winning is not a single moment. It's a journey of decisions, discipline, and daily effort. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. You've learned that to win, you must decide. Decide to show up. Decide to do what others won't. Decide to build the person who cannot lose. Remember, life will test you. It will challenge your patience. It will delay your rewards. But the person who keeps moving forward, quietly and steadily, is the person who always wins. Stay committed to yourself. Stay disciplined in your actions. Stay focused on the person you are becoming. And when the world seems against you, when progress feels slow, when results are invisible, remember this. You are winning quietly, you are growing steadily, and you are becoming unstoppable. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Go now and live like a winner. Act like the person you were meant to become. And never, ever settle for less than your best. Your victory is waiting, and it begins with the choices you make today.